Hey YouTubers, it's Tony with Mayberry Mini Trucks. Today is Friday, January 2nd, 2026. And today we have a Subaru Sambar that we're going to video. And this is for Ethan in North Carolina. And Ethan is a long distance customer and he would like us to do a video. I think he's bought from us before, perhaps, but I think, and Ethan, if I'm wrong, forgive me, but I think Ethan didn't even want a video, but that happens all the time. People are like, no, I don't need a video. Well, we insist because we would not want you to see it for the first time and go, whoa, I'm not really happy with that, so we really want to avoid that from happening. And the best way is to do this over the top video where we've done it this way for years. And then we started putting them on YouTube and done that for quite a while. So, guys, we really appreciate our customers a lot. We appreciate just bringing a good product and service. We have a service department, so we service what we sell. So if, say the water pump starts leaking or something, which can happen on an internal combustion engine, then you can bring it or we'll come pick it up. You have to pay us $2.50 a mile one way. So if you're 100 miles away, it's $250, and we'll fix it. And we charge a reasonable price. We don't try to gouge people. In fact, if the truck says, $7,500, that's all you pay. Like the last truck I just did, the Honda was $5,500, and that's all he pays. Not a dime more. We don't have any dock fees, prep fees, nickel fee, dime fee, none of that stuff. Just what it says on the window. That's it. Unless you buy air filters, which is a good idea. You cannot get those locally. We change the oil in our trucks with full synthetic oil. We change the air filter also, the oil filter. We check the fluid in the front differential, the rear differential, the transmission, the transfer case. We check the battery, make sure it runs good and has good power when it reaches normal operating temperature. And, we give it a North Carolina safety inspection, wipers, turn signal, tail light, horn, all that stuff has to work. And but we have a good time in this business. I'd like to ask that you subscribe to our channel. Please hit the subscribe button. And guys, thank you so much for getting us over 10,000 subscribers. Man, I appreciate that. And, in YouTube world, 10,000 is not a big number, but it's big to us. So thank you for that, sincerely. And, hit subscribe, hit notification. Subscribe will help it be easier to find our channel. Notification will notify you when a video gets posted. And then thumbs up is good, just tells people, hey, I like their video, I like their content. And we really try to run a tight ship, we do deliver, we have a service department, we use synthetic oil, we try to buy nice trucks. And sometimes Justin likes to buy farm grade trucks too. So, but when we get nice trucks, most of our trucks are super nice. And we're really good at knowing which auctions are good and which auctions in Japan are bad. And there are some unsavory auctions that do hide things. It's true. And we know which are which and how to read between the lines. And so, guys, and we deliver. I think I mentioned that already. We charge $250 per mile one way. So if you're in Massachusetts, it's going to be like 700 miles or something. Then it would be 350 plus, so 1,500 in that example. That'd be 1,400 plus 375, 1,775 in that example. So it's $250 per mile times 700. And if you're only 100 miles away, it's $250. And we deliver. I used to deliver so much. I used to sleep in my truck more than I slept in my bed. And I'm from Canada, and we Canadians are very frugal, and so I would never get a hotel ever, unless my kids were with me. I took my kids with me too to Vermont. Oh man, that was fun. All right, guys, I'm gonna stop. I love telling stories, and I could tell you some sailing stories now that I'm sailing. So, guys, thank you for being our customer. Thank you for putting your trust in us. And so, for example, Ethan here in Charlotte, if he says, "Yeah, I'll take that truck," um, and please deliver it, right? That's about 100 miles actually, and and but we don't charge him. He pays us when we show up with the truck, and that's true in Iowa. I've brought trucks to Des Moines, Iowa, Louisiana, Florida, Vermont, New York City, Long Island, right next to Alec Baldwin's house, a farming couple. And they don't pay for it until I show up with it. Is that crazy? Tell me, is that crazy or what? But that's how we've always done it. And nobody has ever stuck us, and we've never stuck them. So it's a good partnership. All right, guys, let's go ahead and let's get started. Man, oh man, I need to stop talking so much. Oh, this is a 1999 Subaru Sambar 4x4 5-speed with an extra low first gear, and it has 20,251 miles, which is remarkable. Ooh, 4-washer truck. I'll tell you what I mean about that. All right. Now, going around the windshield, we want to look for rust. Now, I see a pebble peck up there. That's just where the paint chipped. But we want to see if there's rust around the windshield, and there is not. No rust around this windshield. Now, the front has a crease here. Little damage right there. The bumper looks good. It's wet. We did give it a bath before the video. But yeah, actually the front looks pretty good, but it does have that crease that I pointed out right there. Okay, now coming down the door pillar, I have a ding here and a crease here. Nice. So I already pointed out that crease there. A little, that's actually paint right there. Maybe a tiny ding right there. Okay, good looking tire. Really nice looking tire. Okay, here's the inner fender. This is important. So the spring is a little surface rusty, but that's dirt right there. That's not rust. And the bed side panel, guys, looks really nice. That is ding free. Ding free. Amazing. Look at this bed. Now, this is what's called a 4-washer. Oh, no, it's not. There's a tiny little nick right there. So that washer is whole. That washer is whole. And that washer is whole. There's a correlation between the condition of the washers and the condition of the truck. This is almost a 4-washer truck, but this is like a 3 and 31/32 washer truck. All right. I don't know. I'm just messing around, but it is very close to 3 and 31/32. All right. Now, this is where the bed meets the cab. This is a seriously important place because if there's going to be cancer, it's going to be here, and there is none. You can see the seam sealer is split. No big deal. No cancer. That's the big deal. All right, you've got scratches. I mean, that means they lightly used the bed. Very nice. All right, let's look underneath the truck. You can see under there. That looks beautiful. Very nice. There's the secret VIN location. Beautiful. Beautiful. That paint is chipped there on that fender. Another nice tire. Okay, tailgate. The tailgate has a dent in it right here. I mean, it's more of a little burble. It's not really dented like you took a baseball and smacked it, but I don't know if you can see that. Okay, we have a dent here. I'm trying to use the high tech. I can't get that out. But that's pretty. That's a pretty bedside panel other than that dent there. Another good looking tire. Let's look under here. Look at that. That is so nice under there, guys. Beautiful. All right, the back of the cab looks really good. Just scratched. You can see where they had lumber on the headache rack. So what they did is if you take lumber and go from here up and across the headache rack, you can strap it down with a ratchet strap and hook it there. And you can put a nice pack of lumber up there. And so it'll scratch the paint, but no big deal. That's what it's made for. Coming down the door post, we have a scratch right there. Nice. This is where your fuel goes. And you do use the ignition key. And we have a crease right there. Touch up paint there. Scratch that's been touched up. Another nice tire. And here is the inner fender. Also looking really, really good. Okay, now let's look at the door panel. We have a little split right there. But that's it. Not bad. Now, no rust. Now let's look under here. Beautiful. Nice. Okay. Come on. That's tight. Nice. Look at that. Okay, now let's look at the other door. Now this door here also has a split in the exact same spot. It must be like a factory thing. All right, now, coming under here, same thing, guys, no rust. That's nice. And here, again, we washed the truck. So, the mat scuffed the paint and you have surface rust, but that's not really rust. It's certainly not rust through. We do have a split in the seat here and a separation right there. So now to start this truck, you do this and then you push the button. That's it. It starts up beautifully, but this has a push to start button. Nice looking headliner. All right, let's go ahead and let's drive this truck and let's see how it does. Okay, so now we are in two-wheel drive. If we were in four-wheel drive, I would push this button and this light would illuminate right there. Now I'm going to push this button again and it will turn off and go back into two-wheel drive. So that's how you do that. All right, here we go. Now, the purpose of this, guys, is to see how it does at high speed. We're going to get this up to 60 miles per hour, which is the maximum reasonable speed for a mini truck. So now, we're in fifth gear, and we're going to go down this hill, get it up to speed, turn around, and come back up this hill. Mayberry mini trucks did get the law passed. We approached the North Carolina House and Senate back in 2019, and we got the law passed making these street legal. And we educated the House and the Senate, helped them write the legislation, and then petitioned. It passed the House and Senate, and then the governor signed it into law. So we did that. And we really mainstreamed mini trucks in America. We are that company. We did that. So we're going over 100 kilometers, which is probably 65 miles per hour, but 60 is the maximum reasonable speed. I was getting a little excited about how we popularized mini trucks. And so, yeah, mini trucks are really becoming a big thing. And it's really humbling to think that, hey, we were at the tip of that spear, you know, and and now other states will take our title, and they'll say, okay, we'll give you a title if you just transfer that one, and then they'll mail you a title. A lot of states won't, but a lot of states will. And we don't charge extra. We don't say, okay, well, there's a dock fee and a title fee and a prep fee. We don't do any of that. Whatever the price of their truck is, it includes everything, even the full synthetic oil change, new air filter, oil filter, checking all that stuff. Looks like they're going to build a house there soon. Okay, now we're going around a 90-degree turn and we're in fifth gear. Let's see what happens. Now, we're going 35 kilometers per hour up a steep hill in fifth gear. Now, you do not want to try this at home. Remember the TV commercial, don't try this at home, kids? Well, that's don't try this at home. But look what's going on. We're going up a steep hill in fifth gear, starting at, what was it, like 22, 23 miles per hour. And now we're increasing. We're going 45 kilometers per hour now instead of 35. So that is remarkable. That tells us that we have good compression in the engine, which makes sense because it's got such low mileage. So that's what you want to know. You want to know, hey, how's the power of this truck? It might be pretty, it might be low miles, but you really want to know how does it run. So Ethan, if you're interested in this truck, let us know. It drives really well, and it's got great power. And you can reach us at 336 777 9957 or 336 970 3885. Look at that beautiful, beautiful view, guys. I mean, this is natural revelation. Isn't that incredible? I mean, what a beautiful, beautiful creation. Guys, I appreciate you watching our video. Again, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit thumbs up and hit notification if you want to be notified. And what else? I've already said we deliver twice. We service what we sell. We have a service department, and we get calls from people all the time saying, hey, can you fix my mini truck? Well, did you buy it from us? No, we bought it from somebody else. We didn't even know you existed. And unfortunately, we can't work on a truck from somebody else because, they don't want to work on it. But it's kind of a big deal to be able to work on them. I mean, but we can't really make up for other people not knowing how to work on them. So we service what we sell, but only what we sell. Not trying to be difficult, but it's really a business decision. So guys, thank you for watching our video.